Okay guys, today we are going to make this super cute thing which you can't see from that angle, so I'm going to insert a still right here. This is a decoration for Christmas, of course, and guess what? I made it without using my hot glue gun, and all the things that need to stay in place stay in place. So let me take you through the items I used and where I get them and how I made it. So the first thing that you're going to need for this project is a set of these. Now this is the smallest that I could find, and it is a tiny cake plate. I'm sure that it is manufactured to put like one piece of chocolate on or something fancy like that. And I will link these ones down below. These ones I liked particularly because they have a lid that stays put once you get it in there. So that was helpful, so I didn't have to glue down the lid. I'm not using hot glue today, but if you're going to be, I don't know, storing these for a long time or moving them around a lot for some reason, then maybe you want to use some hot glue. Also, if you want to hang an ornament hanger from them somehow, then you'll probably want to use hot glue here and there in case your tree wiggles around. The next thing we're going to use are these. Now these are ornament filler that I get at the Dollar Tree. Now I don't notice them anywhere else, but maybe I'm just not looking for them. I get these usually during the holiday season prep time, so October, November. And these ones I've had for a couple years, I think, and I keep them around, and I've never really used them before, but they were perfect for this. So use that. Of course, we're going to use a bottle brush tree. This is a tiny one. If you've been doing home decor crafts for the past, I don't know, 5 years, probably have some of these in your stash. If you don't, they are easy to find on the internets, and I will link these ones that I got down below. And then I'm just going to use some chenille stems. I'm using red today. You can use any color that you want. In my example, I used silver, but I wanted to give a kind of contrast. This one is very sparkly, and this one will be a little less sparkly that I do today. And then I used dark glitter glue. I used dark glitter glue to glue in the tree and glue the chenille stem on our little case. So the first thing you want to do is figure out how many of these little round things need to be scattered across your craft table in order to create this project. So I just did something like this, and then I'm sure there's some scientific or smart way to do this, but then I just kind of did a little bit of that, and I saw that it looks like the right amount. I guess if you wanted to, you could count them and do it that way if you were mass producing this. But so now I need to set this aside so that they don't spill, and hopefully I don't wiggle the table too much. So the next thing I did is I took my little base and I just glued this guy in with some art glitter glue. So this is a wood base. I don't know if other ones might be cork or paper. I don't know. Cardboard. No idea, honestly. But all of the ones I've seemed to have been either metal or wood based. And I just put a decent size glob of glue in here, and then I put it in the middle. In the middle. And so now is the time where if you wanted to cover up the wood base, you would go ahead and just put some glue around the wood base and glue some of these little guys on there directly, and that way they would kind of stay in place to cover it up. But I didn't mind it so much. And also, if people might be wiggling it around, but there are enough of those things in there that don't really even notice it. So I just sat for a minute and let my little tree take its time, do its thing. And also, now that I think about it, I probably should have done this part first. But I just eyeballed where the chenille stem would be. I made a little kind of mark with my finger. Got my scissors out that are good for this. Don't use your cutter bees or anything fancy. Don't use your sewing scissors. And so then I just took the amount that overlaps and I twisted it together. There's really no front or back to this. I imagine if you wanted to, you could definitely put a bow on the front or some other kind of adornment and just have that be the front, and you could cover this twisted part up with it. But you know, once it kind of sits there, you don't really even notice that. So I just put art glitter glue again around the base of this, and you don't need a ton. It just needs to attach in a few places. Now, I've had my example glued down for a while. I don't know. I don't believe that this glue is made for plastic, but I could look at the label here in a second. But it's very handy for all the things I find. And there we go. So that Christmas tree is not dry yet. The glue's not dry, but I'm going to go ahead and see if I can do this without making a big old mess. It already stays on, at least for a second, when I tip it sideways. So the key here is that you need to get your platter top stuck in there so that those little balls don't get down in the groove, because there's a little groove there that the lid adheres to. And, and this one looks like a Dr. Seuss tree because he is too tall for this cupcake holder, but this one is fine. This one looks perfect. So I think I'm going to keep him that way because, you know, kind of feels like something that I made. So there you have it. This is a tiny cupcake, a tiny treat holder, Christmas ornament with bottle brush trees. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please subscribe. If you'd like to enter a tiny giveaway to win these 2 Lawn Fawn stamp sets, then subscribe and comment below who your favorite stamp manufacturers are. Thank you for joining me for Christmas in July. I'm having a great time. I hope you are as well. Have you ever decorated with bottle brush trees? If you have, tell me what you've made with them in the comments below. Have a great day.